Warning.
We are on, dude.
What's going on, buddy?
Not too much, man.
Back in the hot seat already.
Another day, dude. So it's a little late in October. It's getting a lot cooler now. That daylight is getting shorter, and I know for a lot of people across get kind of gloomy and sad. I am super grateful that it is not a blazing 100 degrees, you know.
yeah, and it's still green where we're at. I don't know if I don't know. Last year, or let's see, last year, the year before that, Flagstaff in Arizona was supposed to have snow, and like that never came in. So I don't know if things are changing. I just know that the reason I'm thinking that is because I know some people get gloomy when it gets like too wintry, like stark outside.
Yeah.
And luckily it's still green.
I mean, it's so funny. I always get the inverted of that because everyone's like, oh man, it's getting, gloomy and cold and wet. And I'm like, dude, when it's 120, that's when I'm like very sad.
Well, because it can be 120 and still fucking dry and terrible outside.
Yeah.
So, no, the winter, I only had a problem with that in the last years and not for the same reasons. But I always used to, I dug the winter. The cold outside, so it feels nice.
So nice. And then like what's crazy is that we had so much rain.
Oh, yeah.
So much rain. Like it was bad, dude. Like the amount of calls that we were getting from work was wild, dude. That day was wild. Like I was driving in the engine and straight up, dude, just flooded streets. Like everything was flooded. You couldn't see nothing. Like it was wild, dude, trying to get there, man. There was a few Swiftwater calls, so it was crazy.
Yeah, we happen to live out in the desert, and people are interesting creatures. Out in the desert where it doesn't rain, when it does rain, not that it doesn't rain. We're not like the Sahara or some shit, but like it only rains during basically a part of the year. And when it does, people speed up, and they always fucking think they can go through washes.
That's the thing, always. Dude. It's always like, oh, it's downpouring. You know what I want to do right now more than anything is I want to go out and drive. Like that is, I don't know what it is.
When they haul ass, actually.
Oh, big time.
I can a funny little story. I'm sure most of your stories aren't going to be very fucking funny. Maybe occasionally, but
yeah.
I remember there was a wash near us, and it had rained, so it had turned into a pretty hefty little flow, but nothing too crazy. But you could still get stuck in it if you don't got four-wheel drive or you just happen to fuck it up. So there was a truck stuck in there. So we came along it because people are going across it because you can if you have the right vehicle. There's a truck stuck in there. So we're watching this truck stuck, and then I think they were just kind of waiting because they weren't even trying to like drive out anymore. And the fucking reinforcements come in, and it's this fucking like punk-ass gangster-looking dude. And he comes in and he like thinks he's gonna be a G.
Yeah.
And this car's got four-wheel drive and stuff. And he comes in and spins it, like drifts in, and they're stuck.
So they got stuck next to the truck?
Because he drifted and then it buried the tires. So it's like, dude, even in four-wheel drive, if the tires are too deep, you're not pulling yourself out.
Smooth.
So I wished, don't even think I had phone camera at that time, but I just remember seeing him be like, wow, I wish I could have fucking shown that. Because he came in all cocky. He had the face of like, I'm a big dick's here to save you guys. And the way he spun and the way he started trying to get out of it. It was like
it's so funny, dude, because like I went through a Swiftwater training course, right? With work. And the thing that it is so funny, it's a very humbling thing, dude, because that river, any little stream, you're like, I got this. Nah, you don't. That thing will take your ass, dude, and it does not relent, dude.
No, and especially with how quickly the water can pick up with flash floods and stuff. I think it's great. Most of the fail videos you see, they'll be coming across it, and then you can see where the car stops and then starts floating. So it's like turning sideways and shit. And it's like your wheels aren't touching nothing.
And so there's a big hazard, right? When you're doing swiftwater rescue, they're called strainers, and what it is, it's usually like a bramble bushes or like like a tree has collapsed in there. Roots have fallen away, or the dirt has fallen away and exposing roots. All that undergrowth and stuff. Or it could be trash. It could be a bunch of shit, right? So we call them strainers. If you can't get over those and you get caught, we're finding you once it's all dry. That's it, dude.
I've got one magical story from someone that happened to, but For the most part, what I understand, that's one of like the worst fucking ways.
It is
that it's
horrifying.
Really, really rough.
Yeah.
Les Stroud, the fucking
Survivor Man.
Yeah. He had talked about it because I think he did one of those like he watches survival movies and tries to give like the legitimacy.
Right.
And he had seen that one. He's like that's a fucking rough one.
Oh yeah,
he's like that's a terrible way to die.
No,
like,
dude, yeah, it is bad. Like some of the stuff that they showed us, like what can happen is like I hope I never get caught in that thing, dude.
That can happen just from people who like canoeing and stuff. Like,
dude, like or whitewater rafting.
One of one of your classmates, who used to like to do the fucking canoodling.
Yeah.
Straight up, he somehow went under and was stuck.
Yeah.
And I think he was like trying to like pull himself back around and something broke and he was pulled through. But he was under there for a second,
dude.
Like, for a moment.
It's frightening stuff, dude. Like that, the river, even though it's like even a calm, chill, it's like no, dude, that thing's gonna take your ass. Like you're gone, dude. We had a strainer prop when we were doing the training. I died every time, dude. Like there's like nah, I'm dead. You know, like that, dude. And it is so wild, man. So for you guys listening out there, if it is flash flooding, it is raining. Even though in like your gut instinct it's like I want to go out and buy pizza right now, please don't.
Yeah, don't underestimate it. It may look like, oh, I drive this every day. How deep can it be?
It can get bad.
Yeah, it can get deep, and it doesn't even need to be deep to take your ass. It just needs to be coming hard enough.
And it's just, future planning, guys. It's like, dude, it's not worth losing your car. Oh, you're a little late or whatever. It's like, dude, this is also a call to importance. Like that, have rainy day stuff, dude. Get yourself some food, some water. Keep it there in case something were to happen. Like out here, people live rural, and you'll get flooded in, man. The road will be closed for a week or more. Hopefully someone could come and move all the debris, but you might be stuck at your house for a while, man. So like just make sure you plan, figure some stuff out. Please don't go through a wash if you got a little Volvo. Like please don't do that.
Yeah. Not to make a joke, man. It's just the prepping gets kind of a bad name, I think, nowadays, because when you hear prepping, you're like, oh, they're preparing for the zombie apocalypse or some shit.
No.
And
rainy day.
If you like doing that, kick yourself off. But,
for sure.
But
I mean,
shit happens. Roads get closed for a week. Sometimes, like, that always blew my mind in hurricane areas. I'm not talking shit. I've never lived there. But there's always hurricanes coming and they're fighting for water in the streets. And it's like, you guys live here. Like, hurricanes happen for sure if you live on the coast. It's like we may have no power for days.
Oh yeah.
And you just need some water, some food, you'll be fine. But
and things get dangerous, man. Like don't think like, when the Swiftwater thing happens, like we are just as human as you are. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no guarantee that we're gonna get you.
Oh yeah.
And like people panic, man, when they're in the thing. And like they'll pull us down and drown us too, and they don't mean it. They're not trying to. It's just you're so scared.
Did they teach you anything? Because I think in like fucking search and rescue, I guess, or no, what the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
That I thought they were trained in some way, shape, or form to keep them at either a distance or to like.
We will kick you away, or the worst, to like calm you down, is we're gonna dunk you.
Okay.
Because you need to settle down, and if you don't. Bye.
Everybody, yeah, no. It's 'cause I was thinking is if you like the choke out, or something.
Practically just about like so we're taught certain moves and like we'll try to get up and underneath to like get underneath you because like if we can raise you out, you're gonna chill, right? Because just instinctually like okay, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not fun because like we're gonna handle you a little bit. And like the big one is the dunk because no one wants to be underwater. So you get dunked, like you come out and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But it's like you got to settle down because you're gonna kill all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all gonna die.
Only takes one, dude. That's like that crazy fucking cave diving shit.
Yeah,
you hear some stories, but literally it's like if there's a group of 10, one of you kill everybody.
Yeah, if you freak out like that,
and what is it when they like make it all muddy because they move the sediment up? It's like that's it.
You can't see nothing,
dead.
Dude. Yeah. And so that's the thing. We're just like, guys, and I know, man. Like, sometimes it's unavoidable. You're at work. It happens. I get it, man. You know what? It might be worth just I'm gonna get this hotel. I know I didn't want to be out of $200. It's better than losing your car. There's laws here called stupid motorist, and you get fined. It's like crazy how much you get fined. So like just do, and also too, the firefighters coming out to save you. We're just as human as you are. You know what I'm saying? Like it's dangerous, man. Like there's been some stories that luckily I haven't been on them. I'm still fairly new, but I've heard some stuff that's like, damn, that sucks. I
mean, it might sound silly, but it truly is like better safe than sorry.
Big time.
And sometimes like I don't want to dive into stoicism, but I'm not saying to think negatively, but like you can really gather appreciation. Usually you got to go through some kind of shit in life to get this, like in better.
Yeah.
But like I've been there where it's like, I want this thing, or I want this, or I'm driving a little fast because I don't want to miss this. And then I'll sit and be like, can you imagine crashing, rolling over, months, hospital, this. And it's like, maybe I'll slow down. Like, you just that soaking of like, you know what? I'm going to get there. That 10 fucking minutes isn't going to matter.
You're already late. So what, dude? You
Yeah.
know, like, you're already late. You're going to be late. It's cool. Like,
yeah. So try to just roll that around real quick of like is this worth it? What could happen? Oh shit. Yeah, that's not good. Like, that's going to be way more destructive.
Absolutely, man. So, luckily, man, at least this really heavy downpour, everyone was cool. Everyone who was stuck in the water has been out, got out, no medical issues.
Nice.
So thankfully, thank God, everybody's good. But yeah, man, just try to prep a little bit more. You know, be good, be chill.
Yeah, bare minimum, have some water.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of food.
Yeah.
Just even stuff to get you by for 3 days would be better than most people can do. Because
Yeah,
sometimes
big
all
time.
it takes is 3 days, and then help your lives or whatever.
Yeah, you know, and then, you know, again, this isn't, we're not talking about hurricane, like, oh my God, drown. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
obviously, you might want to be a little more prepared.
Yeah,
than
around
you
that.
know,
I'm just
but-
saying, have anything. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's crazy how many people have like, what do we got in the fridge? It's like a half can of like cat food or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you shitting me?
Yeah, no, dude, it helps to have some oats and rice and stuff, but
We knew of somebody who taught, and
Yeah.
for those who can't imagine your mind's eye, I'm using the quotations, my fingers. He taught how to sell, like, survive and prepping and shit, and I don't think he had like a pack of toothpicks lying around. So.
And this was the kind of person that would like learn a lesson like the hard way, like, oh man, I almost starved, almost dehydrated. You know, it's a particular story. And what does he do the next time that he's out on a hike with, you know, and possibly like with dehydration? Doesn't pack his water, you know? So it's.
Yeah, this is one of those people that you just like, oh, all right, you just got to move away from because
Yeah.
they ain't going to change.
Exactly, dude. All right, man. So anyway, so like I said, it's been nice. You know, Halloween is literally around the corner. So
Yeah, I guess what day does Halloween fall?
it is I think it's a Friday, man.
Is it a Friday?
Yes, sir.
Because I thought this coming weekend was like the last weekend if you wanted to like, oh shit, yeah, hang on, that would make sense. Hang on.
Yeah. So it's not this weekend. It's the following, I believe.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hang on, fucking.
Yeah.
Calendar.
Leon's checking his calendar.
It's the 31st, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, it's Friday.
Cool. We have 2
Okay.
weeks, right?
Yeah, so I guess technically this isn't the last party weekend, but
Yeah. So, anyways, everyone be safe,
yeah,
please.
Yeah, no, be chill out there.
Yeah, be
Hopefully
chill.
we're not a
Yeah.
bunch of fucking idiots ruining
Yeah,
it for
please,
everyone.
please don't. Just have fun, man. Be responsible. Like, have a good time. Have fun, but just don't be wild. All right, man. So that's a perfect segue since it's spooky season.
Yeah.
You know, we could talk about a little spooky thing going on. So this has been kind of making the rounds online. It's been kind of like brought forth again. So there was, I believe it is July 31st of 2021. There was a dispatch call, a 911 call, about this guy. He said he saw someone in the road, and well, he makes a call because it looks like he was injured. I want to play for you what that call was, and that way you can kind of listen to it and see for yourself what you think kind of went on, man. Because
Yeah.
there is a follow up to it too.
Yeah, and we'll expand upon the actual video of like the follow up, what apparently the guy said. and
Yeah.
stuff.
So let me pull this up. Give me just a second, everybody.
6.5 hours later.
Okay, so here is the actual call, and I'm gonna play it for you guys. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Tender County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm driving on 210. I just crossed the Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road bleeding.
Okay, where are you at, sir?
I'm on 210. I just crossed the Black River. I'm heading towards 53E. I just passed Patriots Watch.
Okay, so you're over near Morse Creek?
Yes.
Okay. And did you saw a man standing on the side of the road?
What the?
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the bed of my truck!
Okay, what's in the road?
No, it's not in the road, it's in my truck. In the bed.
There's something in the bed of your truck?
Yes, ma'am, I just turned on my bed lights for my truck and there's something in my bed.
Okay, so when you say something, what do you mean?
I just knocked it off of the bed of my truck and went over my roof.
Okay, what was it?
So I'm going to pause it real quick, okay? Because next is going to kind of go into, I'm assuming like the guy that's in like that the sheriff department or something, or the dispatch guy. It's kind of go, and I'll not play it for everybody to listen to. But that's a little wild, so
that is a fucking wild little situation right there. And really trying to listen, like, he sounds pretty believable. There's a little in there, and for what it's worth, guys, we have to be super, super fucking skeptical about this stuff because there's so many fucking twats out there that, like, want to fucking fake everything and make shit no fun for anyone.
Like I've said, man, the thing I hate the most is hoaxes. I hate hoaxes.
No, they're the
dude.
worst.
So,
and they never have anything good intended. It's always money or attention.
Yeah, or like the ho that make you believe. It's like the dude, look, man, there's a lot of wild shit in our world. We're just trying to figure shit out, and don't fucking help when you're doing that shit. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. So, I mean, he sounds pretty fucking believable, and I can hear, like, you can hear the car rev and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like it's if they put it on, they put it on pretty well, for the most part, I would say.
Definitely, dude. So I'm gonna put this good old boy just kind of explain the other end, right? Like the dispatch end of what they saw, or whatever information they gathered.
According to the CAD notes and the deputy reports, this thing jumped into the back of his pickup truck and began to actually beat on the top of the cab of his truck. You could actually hear something beating on the top of the truck. The caller stated that it was beating and scratching on the top of the cab of his truck. He actually stated that he was able to engage his bed light and was able to somewhat identify this object that was in the back of his truck. At some point, he was able to slam on his brakes, and the force of inertia actually threw this thing out over his hood and onto the highway, where this thing stood up in the roadway, made its way to the wood line, and disappeared in the woods.
So that's a video, just to get the shout out where I got this. It's at Boogie Monster Kid. So that's I'll throw it up for everyone to take a look at. But yeah, man, that's a little wild. Apparently there's been a follow-up interview. I've not seen it, but I listened to this podcast, Sunday Cool. They're pretty rad. I like those dudes. So they kind of get into it and they kind of explain what's going on. So there was I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm kind of taking this, not really quite verbatim, but just like what I can remember.
Yeah.
So the homie says that he was on a news broadcast. He didn't want to show his face. He didn't want to show, or his voice, or what I think. I don't know if it was alter or whatever.
His name or his face.
Name or his face, yeah. And so he goes on to explain that what he saw was there was like a dude in like a Civil War uniform, and he was like all bleeding from the head. And so he saw that. He's like, "Oh shit, dude, I better call this in. This guy's gonna need some help." I'm assuming he circles back around to like, "Hey man, like, make sure the dude's okay."
Start checking.
And at the same time, he's calling 911. So as he's on the phone with 911, trying to explain where they're at, you can hear it in the video where like boom, like it jumps in the back of the truck. And the way he describes it, it's as if a heavy trailer just got like dropped onto the bed of the truck. And if any of you guys are familiar with trucks, whenever you put like a big load in the bed, or you put a trailer, you see that like the whole back end kind of like slouches. If any of you guys are familiar with it, for it to do that thing's pretty damn heavy. You know. So as he like has like the what the hell, he looks in his rearview mirror and what they say is he sees what looks like if you were to get just a human skull and move all the muscle and whatever and just like cellophane wrap, like skin
onto a human skull, huh?
That's what it looked like, without a nose, without ears, and like these tiny sunken black eyes.
Super sunken black eyes, and the skin was super pale.
Snow white. So apparently he's able to like rev his engine up to about 80, and heck, he like hits the brakes down to like 30.
Yeah, because he revs it and hits the brakes is what it seems like, and is explained. I guess it went tumbling over, and then
honestly,
obviously he must have punched it again and taken off.
I drive a truck. I would have done the same damn thing.
100%, because at first I thought like, well, you swerve, but it's like, well, you fucking like swerve out of control or some shit, and it's better because it could fucking hang on to that shit.
Right.
So if you hit the brakes, that's much more sudden.
You know, we're from a time where like you rode in the back of the truck, like that was your
shit. We're from a time where we rode on the hood of the car for like down the fucking street.
No shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's funny, but it's like but like the braking, that always like to send everyone tumbling, you know.
Yeah.
So I would have done that, and he says that it rolled over like a ball over the front of his hood. And as it hit the ground, it stood up to be like 7 feet tall and then ran off.
Yeah, ran up towards like the tree line.
So, I don't know if it morphed, right? Because like it went from like the Civil War dude to the Pale Creature.
You know,
guy.
I was actually thinking about that right now. I was like, you know, it's almost like a double story because apparently they're also near old battlegrounds.
That Patriot something, I think it says in the video.
And I don't know if that's just a name that they threw out there. It could be. But from what I remember, the other homies were saying that there was battles and wars of some sort. There's civil war or some shit. And I was wondering, I was like, stay with me on this. I was like, well, that creature like feeds on souls or some shit, and it's there for one. Like that's why he looked like a
what's funny is
reenactment because that thing was there like fucking feeding on his ass.
It's funny you say that, dude, because like I didn't show you that part, but like they actually talk about it in the Sunday Cool Guys.
Oh, do they?
They actually say it was the demonic thing that feeds off that. You literally had the same thought.
Yeah, well, it's because it just occurred to me because they were like, oh, it looked like a fucking what the hell they say? Not Vietnam, fucking Civil
War.
So Civil War reenactment, and that's why I just had like just rolled through my head of like, I wonder if that thing, because it sounds pretty fucking either demonic or some sort of dimensional bad creature. So that's why I had like to wonder if that like straight up lost soul or something was there and he was eating it.
Well, I mean, so the way he describes it is that it sounds like a rake or a pale creature.
Yeah.
One and the same kind of. And it's really funny because I listen to a lot of, spooky stories. And that pale creature, that same thing gets said over and over and over again. And apparently, so being in Arizona, right, there's a story, anecdotal, like, I heard it. I couldn't tell you like, oh yeah, this guy told me, blah, blah, blah. But apparently that these things are crawling around the damn sewers, like the washes, like the underbridges, the underpasses and stuff, over in Tucson. Because apparently one had been seen around Culver's. And there is a lady from another YouTube channel called The In-Between, and she covers that story. And it's like a 15-minute story about this dude who sees these things. And those pale creatures, again, they're just kind of reoccurring. And there's a couple of videos. There's that one, I'm sure you remember it, and I'll try to throw it up so everyone can take a quick look at it. But there's this dude on a dirt bike. This happened, I don't know, about a year or two ago.
That's right, yeah.
Yep. And like, apparently he doesn't see it, but if you look in the far back, there's just like this creature walking.
Well, because even when you watched it the first time, like when I watched it, sorry, I'm gonna cut you off again. When I watched it, he's rolling and he stops he's just talking, like kind of like you would do if you were out there, like, oh, I'm around this trail, shit. Yeah. And then he's like fuck, got really quiet.
Yeah, like, everything got silent.
And then he's like, I'm fucking out of here. And he doesn't, like, just watching it, I didn't see it until Kaiel pointed it out. It's like, because obviously they go back and point it out. I guess I'm just saying it's even creepier because it's not like this like comically out of the bushes.
Yeah, no, it was
literally like the dude. I don't know if I think you barely got away from that fucking thing.
Well, yeah, no, because he apparently, I don't remember where I saw it, but he doesn't see it. He just, everything got quiet.
Yeah,
and
that's what I remember. Is that he's like, oh, this, and he's like, wow, things got super quiet, and then he's just like, oh, I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah, just leaves. You know what I'm saying?
Am I correct that he also did he have trouble starting it, or were the bike was still on?
Because he has an old school kickstart.
Yeah, so didn't he have to kick it up?
He kicked it a few times.
Dude, that is such.
Woo!
I don't know how many of you guys got to grow up with those, but especially we grew up in the rural area. That was always a fucking thing. If it was dark enough, you start starting it like, just start kicking in. Like,
dude, the Shambi, dude. Remember that thing took a while to start?
Yeah. So if you were anywhere like, or if it died in like a wash, hurry.
Yeah, man.
Oh god, there's even more bones than last time. Looks like we've already passed it a while ago, but that tree is gone. Oh! It's just dark as hell in here. I'm probably gonna turn around soon. Oh, there's two ways. Holy crap, dude, this trail goes on forever. it just got really quiet really fast. That was my cue to leave.
Because I had this old like 1979. I think it was a Victory. I don't remember the brand.
It was a super nice bike.
Yeah.
Super nice bike.
Unfortunately, that thing got
messed up. Fucking.
So if anybody knows someone how to fix and get parts for a 1979 motorcycle, that would be swell.
Yeah, because apparently, didn't a few people see you with it? And they're like, "Oh man, it's
right
like
away.
One of these and stuff."
Right away. It was like, "Oh my god, that's this," and I forget, man. I'm not doing it. I'm not a motorcycle guy.
Yeah, but it's like a collector's. This is Kaiel got it from his dad, and his dad, he probably had it.
When he was like going to college, dude. So that thing is old.
That's probably really nice.
Yeah,
we gotta try to get that fixed.
Dude, it would
hit us up.
Really nice. Yeah. If anyone knows, it gets parts or whatever, because that thing got unfortunately super duper trashed. By a individual that was we shall not talk about. But anyway, what was I gonna tell you guys? So there's another video, and I just showed it to Leon earlier, that there's this thing back in 2007 that kind of like jumps and crosses the road. I'll put it up for you right here. Boop. All right, anyway, but so these pale creatures are kind of a reoccurring thing, you know?
Yeah.
How real is it? What's going on? We can talk about the hoaxes, and again, man, you know, I really, really try, especially in this day and age, with the advent of AI, with all this stuff going on, it makes it really incredibly tough to sift through everything and to try and find out what is really going on, because some of those AI videos, they're funny because you can do something like the Bigfoot thing, how funny, and they are, but it also makes things incredibly difficult to discern on what's real.
Yeah, I won't even crack fully into AI. That's gonna have to be like its own segment, because
Leon has a lot to say about AI.
Yeah, but what I thought listening to the story, because when the follow up where he didn't want to give his face or his name, you know, being more skeptical right away, there's a part of me that's like, here it is, a bullshit. Of course, you want to just be anonymous. Anyone can say anything anonymously. However, then Kaiel and I were discussing the fact that, think about it, you're an anybody. You see a Yeti, you see something, and you're dead ass, it's there. You saw it. Who are you going to go tell? And Kaiel brought up an even better point, that working at certain jobs, if you were to say that, you're now mentally unfit, and they'll get rid of you.
If I was to come to you, you see I'm a firefighter, I'm a public servant, right? I go out there, I'm here to serve you, and I'm like, yo, there's a Yeti out there. There's a thing that's going to get you. It's going to get you. Like, you're going to feel confident, me working in your community to help you on your worst day? Probably not, you know?
And honestly, that's the thing. Most of us would probably have that reaction. It was like, it's a Yeti. Everyone would be like, all right, yeah. Fred. But that's the
I would have that reaction, and I believe the shit. You know what I'm saying?
So, honestly, guys, that's what makes it so difficult, is that this story could be completely real, and him hiding himself makes sense. I would do the same. If somebody jumped into my truck, I slammed the brakes, I think he was lucky in a sense he was on the phone with the police. Because if not, he probably would have just rode home, maybe told his best friend or something, and then just buried it, because who's he going to talk to?
Well, and I mean, only if it's okay with you, Leon has some very interesting footage that he caught. He showed it to me. I've showed it to everyone else. Every single person who has seen it says it's not real. It's a SpaceX rocket. It's AI. It's doctored, and I'm like, I know the guy who recorded it.
Yeah, no, you're more than welcome. Throw it up.
Cool.
I saw it with my missus. Wait, I don't know. I remember calling a girl. This is totally a fucking random thought. I remember we used to work at a call center back in the day. Someday I can get into all the fucked up shit that happens at call centers and stuff that like they don't tell us, or they don't tell the people calling. This girl, I was like, all right, miss, or I think I called her ma'am or something.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's like Mrs. or she corrected me. Somehow it was like it's like when you're married or like.
Oh yeah, Miss, and Mrs. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was one of those, and I had like the okay, and she was like, I think it's pretty southern, but I just remember having like the I know what you're saying, but I don't fucking know the right one. But
yeah.
All right, well, how the fuck did I get there? Big dicks.
We're talking about the believing the footage and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, so yeah, feel free to post the video. Cause yeah, I was with my woman when I let her out of the kitchen. And she, I think, actually saw it first, and then we pulled over, and I mean, we both watched it with our eyes. This happened, and she has the recording, and I get it, especially in the day of AI. This would probably be something pretty easy for AI to generate.
Yeah,
but I was there to watch it. Like I saw this thing, and both of us were like, "What the hell was that?"
Come and take a look at my camera.
Oh, that's crazy. Like that's like a UFO. Like genuinely.
Right?
That's a UAP. Nothing like that.
No Elon Musk like that. Oh my god. Oh my god, baby.
What I'm saying is, it just like let off like a burst of something.
Yes.
Did you get on your camera?
Yes.
What the hell? I can actually see the burst on mine a little bit. I can't see what the naked eye, but I can still see a little bit.
Yeah. And it's losing some of its glow.
That's crazy though, because it like threw off something. No plane makes that kind of light, and there's not even clouds to go through.
Even if it's Elon, what the French toast is he tossing?
No, if that's Elon, then it needs to turn into like one of those other rockets, like immediately.
And it's disappearing.
See, no, that's the other thing.
It's gone.
And yeah, Kaiel, everyone he showed it to has basically been like, nah, no way. Or they
Everybody.
make up crazy shit like, oh, it's a weather balloon.
Oh, dude, no, it's wild how quick people are like, nah, it's just a SpaceX rocket. I'm like, which SpaceX rocket have you seen?
We've seen several of them down here, like 2 or 3. We have one. We also have pictures of that one, but we were. There was a girl that was like it's Trunks, like Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But so we've seen a ton of those, and also, I'm still it almost is comical, the weather balloon thing. Yeah. Because that's been like, oh, it's just a swamp gas off a weather balloon. It's like, what weather balloon flies in the middle of the night that high?
Well, dude, it's just so funny because like again going back to it, like the no, that's not real. The government don't do that to us. It's like what did you say last time? I got a bridge to sell. It's just like, dude, there's just a lot of stuff that people like inherently believe, and then it comes out like, oh wait, the government was lying to you. And oh my gosh, and this. It's like, yes,
dude,
yes, they are, dude. Like, and I'm not saying that it's all like a lot of it. You ask me personally, I think a lot of it is, but there's still things like, look, we're trying to have a functioning society, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. So, but there's still a lot of stuff that's going on that's a little like, it don't seem too right.
It's. You gotta do your best to be somewhere in the middle. And honestly, as a human being, because every human does this, you either believe something, you attach to it, you identify with it, or of course fear will make your mind up real quick too. So there's people that'll be like, there's a fucking Yeti in the house, because that's where fear takes them. And then there's other people, there is a Yeti in the house, and they're like, no.
Oh, yeah.
And when the Yeti's like literally bending them over, they're still like, nope, can't be a Yeti. Yeah. So and I'm not blaming everyone, because again, I mean, I haven't been in, let's say, the craziest situation. Sure. So I'm not going to talk shit like the armchair quarterback. You hear everybody's like, oh, I would have done this in that situation. It's like,
bullshit. That's like a lot with MMA, dude. It's so funny. Like being trained and then being around people who don't train. And they're like, oh, I will just do this. Like would you? Are you sure?
You sure about that? Yeah, no, I'm 100%. And yeah, without playing football or anything, I can also because I know that's a huge one. Like, oh, I should have thrown it like this and stuff. I imagine being a quarterback or something and being like, all right, here's the ball. Like, let me see you fucking lace that shit up.
I'm gonna let my 300-pound, 6'4" dude come at you full force.
Yeah, full force. Yeah, naked. All right, we're adding an extra.
Oh well. Oh no, man. He doesn't.
Oh no, I'm not getting away. Yeah. So all of that honestly mixes into human beings in general. And so to do this, you got to learn to be able to like work with yourself and adapt with yourself. You've got to be able to challenge ideas, even when they scare you. Be open and just be as objective as you can. Like, all humans are biased, so you got to kind of see where your biases are, and then just do your best. Sorry, that was like a little in between there, but I was just thinking for people who. It would help if more people work to be in the middle for everything, from the aliens just to the straight up BS the government pulls. And because you're right, there's so many people are like, no, and it's like, guys, you can research this, you can find it, you can see it.
Yeah.
Literally, if you do a track record, you're gonna find all kinds of fucked up shit from the government.
And it's just important, man. Like, it's neither here nor there in the like which side you're gonna be on. Like, try to get out of your ego, try to get out of like the my red team says this, my blue team says that. It's like just look at facts and see what's going on. No feelings, just like, okay, here's the information presented. I feel about it this certain way. And especially, that's what I would say. If you really feel about it a certain way, look at the opposite. Really understand why you feel that way.
Yeah.
But especially with stuff like this, is like that you just need to sit there and look at the facts and see what it is. I'm not saying that, okay, whatever was caught was like, could it be some other, we know that the military does a bunch of wild shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, could it be that? Could it be, because you guys will see, you have probably already seen the footage. I probably already threw it up. You can discern what you think it is, but like that was just a legit thing. My thing is that, Leon saw this. No one believes it. Nobody, like, I got the straight up, hey man, him and his wife saw this thing, recorded it, talked about it. They've sent it to me. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just this wild hair. Everyone's like, And
this wasn't even like a Yeti. Like,
no.
This was something small compared to this guy's fucking story.
Of course.
But it was still like, wow, that's fucking weird. What the hell does that? And people already don't want to hear that. So it's, like I said, it's the craziest thing, because I've known people, they're like, no, it's silly. Oh, I'm going out into the forest. And it's like, I wouldn't do, like, guys, I'm much more, I don't want to say skeptical, but much more rigorous than I used to be about these things. And I still wouldn't go fuck around in a park where someone told me there's like a wereman running around.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like, he's down out here.
By the way, here we go.
I wouldn't do that shit either. But I'm not saying it's out there, but I'm also not saying I'm not going without a gun.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, like, there's a word, whatever. It's like, the cool, man. You know it, and if it isn't, it might be a bear, So it's like, you might want to be careful, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and obviously that's the other thing. Humans under fear, they can see the wrong things.
Yes.
It's a delightful little world of. You just got to be open to everything. Try to be open. Like Kaiel said, look, if you're like, I believe this, try to think why you believe it. Give it a little devil's advocate back and forth. And that'll put you in, I think, the best place you can be, because you definitely have people that are like nuts. Like, Eddie Bravo went off the deep end. I don't know if he's talked recently, but.
Yeah, I haven't heard much of him for a while.
I use the example just because if you guys remember, he was like, it was fine. And then he went like hard, flat, like the earth is flat. And like he went deep. But I understand why he did it. He did it because if you keep looking, you keep finding like, wait, this was real. And that can lead you down a tunnel of like, now your reality is kind of breaking on you, which I'm going to be honest, I think that's a background objective. But I won't go deeper in that. But the point is, I think that's kind of intentional. Wasn't it the CIA that coined the word conspiracy theorist?
Correct. Yeah. So back in, I believe in the 60s, they coined the term, you're just a conspiracy theorist.
Like, they're the ones that made that term.
That's and put it out there so that way when people heard it, it's like, you're conspiracy. You're like a clown because the government told me that you're like a clown. It's just the same stuff that happens in. If you look at any mainstream medias and stuff, there's many buzzwords that many people put because it what do you call it, like during the military, right? Like, they weren't fighting the Viet Cong, they weren't fighting old Jimmy. It was Charlie. Because you dehumanize them. So this is a kind of the same way to be like, you're not a person without feelings, so I could just treat you a certain way. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, because without staying on this, what's that president that got shot? JFK? RFK?
Wait, JFK.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Guys, you'll learn that my memory is actually really good. I'm just really bad with names and details. Watching a channel that, they're a little channel, the Y-Files.
Yeah.
he did a really great coverage on one of the videos of crazy shit. I didn't expect to go there, but it's like this whole UFO thing that leads to the RFK. JFK. Fuck, sorry guys. Like
RFK is the homie trying to get rid of Red 40.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, like I said, guys, my memory's pretty good, but I gotta train it better with names and stuff. It's really bad. I'll see like 30 people from school that I recognize their face, and I couldn't tell you the name if I need like. The world depended on it, but he had a really great episode going into that and how it's like absolutely known that the government was involved. And I can't remember the exact detail of what he said, but I'm just saying there's things that people today either don't know or will fight, that it's like concrete evidence of that kind of deal. So anyways, guys, the point is just staying open, because I could look at that being fake, and I could also look at him being like, why would I give my name away so I can get fucking harassed?
Big time, dude. And just to kind of expound on that thing, Leon and I, we both ride the short freighter to and from the Cluck Cluck Palace. So, you know, I mean, just bear with us.
Yeah. No, we're just, honestly, we enjoy it, and we're out there having a grand time with it.
Big time,
so
big
come
time.
along for the ride.
Absolutely, man. So, anyway, man, I think moving on from there, I think you wanted to talk about some certain things about quality.
Oh man, this is another topic, guys, that you'll probably hear repeated over and over again. I gotta try to think of what did you. Oh well, shit. Okay, like I know where we can dive into this. One Punch Man. I've never seen it. I've never read the mangas. However, I have seen some of the fight scenes from the first season. They're fucking lit. Like, it's great animation. So the third season, I'm not sure if you know this, Kaiel, because again, I don't watch the show, but I just had seen it.
I've never seen it, so.
So, and this is how, unfortunately, all right, man, how do I start into this? I want to, like, there's so much to try to say here at one time. Basically, quality, one of the biggest things I'll gripe on is that you guys got to really stand up for the shit you like and demand more, because anytime something gets big enough, it starts to become corporatized, and the corporate doesn't give a fuck about passion, project, none of that stuff. They look at numbers, and they want numbers up higher, and numbers like less to create and more profit. That always turns to shit, always. Like, there's not one of these that you can find. You want to talk about Star Wars? Yeah, that one burned. That burned hard.
Yeah, that was a little rough, dude. Even like I'm into I do like Star Wars, but I think you like it a little bit more than I do. So I've been able to see like a lot of just trash that's been coming out with that.
Dude, it's been unbelievable. I don't know how you fuck that up. You gotta try to fuck that up.
Yeah.
But I remember noticing this. I think I gave this on the last podcast. It's the same example, but used to play the Dragon Ball Z games. They got cheated, and soon they sold anything with Dragon Ball on it. And it does. If you literally like Star Wars, slap that shit on a trash bag. They were buying it. I remember watching I don't even know which one it was. The 7, the tech. Well, fuck that. This does still count to the original series. And also make it really clear, guys. I do like Star Wars, and everyone already knows what I'm gonna say if you're the shit. Knights of the Old Republic was the best.
Yeah.
That was the fucking all day long. That was the greatest shit ever.
That was a really good. I remember when you like threw that to me to play, dude. Oh my god, dude. Because like I said, I like Star Wars. I've been into it. That was wildly cool, dude.
Nothing touches that. The original Star Wars, I like a lot of bits of it, but it's like if you had to throw me in a universe, it's like all Knights of the Republic all day.
Well, what's really crazy, man, just to kind of, I know we're kind of getting a little further, but if you just picked up a regular Star Wars book, like just a regular novel at a, Barnes and Noble or whatever, for those of you old enough, Borders, you go to like a Borders to pick up just a regular one. Some of those stories were so good, dude. Like all you had to do was pick up a book and be like, damn, this was a really rad story.
100%. So I can give you guys a lot of easy examples, but we're gonna slide back into current. Well, actually, one more. So, and this is when I was still younger. Like this was still like honestly a moment ago. So this was I'm trying to think of when it was, but this was like the second generations of, let's say, like Spider-Man's, Iron Man's. Actually, that's probably not true. I don't know, guys. No fucking generation. I just know that there was like the original X-Men, then there was like the original Spider-Man and shit.
You're talking like the 2000, like the movies, like the 2000s.
No, I'm talking like the cartoons.
Oh, okay, so 90s. So we're going 90s X-Men.
I want to say, okay, this was probably getting close to middle 2000s.
Okay.
That they made like a new Iron Man and stuff. And I remember sitting there watching it and being like, this is the craziest shit ever. It was the cheapest, shittiest CGI. And I'm talking, this must have taken like 10 minutes to make the whole fucking season, because it would be the character looking like shit, and then all the city was like so empty because they just put everything they could take out, they took out. So he'd be like flying through the city, and it'd be like buildings, no cars and shit. So that's only kept going. So there's probably no one who benefited from that. But so let me get to current day. So I know there's another anime this happened to also, but One Punch Man, They made the third season. Now, the first one apparently was the shit, and I've seen fights from it. The second was like,
One Punch or Chainsaw Man?
No, One Punch.
Okay.
Might have happened to Chainsaw Man for all I know. I don't know shit about that one.
Okay.
So finally getting to it. Fucking, I'm teasing your dicks real good. The third season dropped, and they're calling it one frame, man. Because literally, I think someone checked timing, and they'll use one shot, but slowly move around and stuff to shot for like 7 minutes. And they're all... I've never animated, but I've done a good deal of digital art, and I know the little trickety tricks. If you're like, I need more minutes, but I'm not gonna animate this, you can bounce, you can move, like just the thing around, you can, like if you want to show something coming at you, you just like enlarge it, you know, like.
Well, I mean, Dragon Ball did it because, well, especially back then, because they, you know, they were trying to, homie had to release a new thing every week or something.
Yeah,
like
like the fucking, the old joke, how many like Saiyans does it take to change a light bulb? And it's like, I don't know, but I know it's gonna take like 4 episodes.
Oh, I've heard that one, dude.
And also Dragon Ball suffered, I don't know, Dragon Ball probably had the same studio. Was all of its episodes pretty consistent, the artwork?
I don't know.
Did it radically change?
Like Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
No, Dragon Ball, like the one that I like. Consistent.
Okay.
Z seemed to be all over the place.
It was. They literally had like a different team take it over every week. Like one of these episodes for me to remember is when Trunks first shows up, that artwork is on fucking fleek. It was a shit.
Yeah.
The very next one is like, oh, it looks horrible.
Yeah.
So anyhow, straight up One Punch Man, I guess I don't know if another studio took it over. I just know that this third one has been unbelievably bad. Like shit, all the fights fucking out the window, and like they probably made like 2 animations or some shit.
See, that's what sucks, man. And like it's crazy because like the time that you and I grew up in, like we were kind of getting out of that 60s, 70s Scooby-Doo kind of art and getting into like the 80s and 90s where things were like top.
We got into the golden era, the golden era of animation, man.
Because ever since then, like, not to say that there weren't any good cartoons. There were some good ones that came into the 2000s that were okay. They did take on more of like a cuter, chibier looking style, but they were still like, man, this is getting kind of like the art's getting crappier and crappier and worse and worse and worse, you know. And and it just seems like they're just trying to churn this stuff out, you know.
Yeah, and that's basically where our whole story, and I'm using this as a current one, but this is, I know One Punch Man is really beloved by a lot of people. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but I know it's liked. And like I said, I saw one animation that I was like, that's fucking awesome.
Right.
And here we are. They're doing the lazier the shit they can. If they could have AI make it, they fucking would. I bet they're already doing as much as they can with it.
Dude, it was such a, I don't like commercials, and especially now because no one has, everyone's afraid to offend, and it's like no one has this, like, the writing in commercials are just horrible, dude. Do you remember that old, I think it's like Maxwell, that like the cassette tape? And like this dude's like sitting up in this like lounge, this like recliner, and he plays that like the song, like I think it's like what is it called, the Valkyries or something? And like he's got like the drink, he has to like put his hand down and grab it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know the like the meme something fears.
So I remember watching as a kid. I'll throw it up so you guys can take a look.
The usual, sir. Please.
Even after 500 plays, our high-fidelity tape still delivers high fidelity. Maxette, it's worth it.
But the commercials now are just lazy, and I straight up, dude, like this was a few months ago. I was at the fire station, and straight up, dude, I'm looking and I see a commercial that's nothing but AI, and I was like, what the hell? I remember asking my captain, I'm like, dude, yo, that's an AI commercial, dude. And he's like, yes sir, yeah it is, because he wasn't paying attention, and when I called his attention to you, and he was like, holy shit, dude, like what the fuck? That shit is just like, that was kind of heartbreaking for me, dude.
It is. It is a sad fucking thing, man. And like I said, we need a whole episode for that, or maybe like 6.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Because there is a certain breed, which is the lesser of the breed, that like really defends AI. But these are also usually, and I'm not trying to be mean here, this is just usually the truth. They're usually lazy as fuck, and they're the weird kind of people. And I don't mean to again sound like a dick. I just don't understand people that like I can understand binge watching to a degree. If the show is older and you're trying to catch up, or I can understand it at times, but, and I'm pretty sure you feel the same way, is that I liked, like, taking time, being in the story. Like, there's people that will watch, there's people that are like, oh, it's going to be so awesome when AI can make an endless amount of shows and, like, you can't run out of stuff to watch. And it's like, that's going to be horrible, actually, because it's going to be all shitty, all cheap. And again, that's like, if you could have experienced the Marvel's good years in the theater, if you could just sit down and experience it all in one day, it'd be like, that would suck. I don't understand why you would do that, because it's over. You don't go through an experience with it.
There was something really wild about that, like, oh man, you had to wait a week when there's new episodes being released.
It doesn't make sense to me on even a standpoint of trying to make money, because it's like, if you release week by week, it becomes a part of life experience. So people talk about it, they anticipate it, they're like, what's gonna happen next? And it makes it a whole experience and culture versus like a few shows. Like, I mean, I like Cobra Kai, but they like dropped it all in 1 week, and by next weekend, no one gave a shit. No one was talking about it because it was over. There wasn't anything to take part in. So I don't understand that shit. And like I said, there's too much to drink in from this. But where AI is going, unfortunately, because there's like one or two good uses, and I don't think I'd even be the same most people think for it. But all it's going to do is take away the passion. It's going to make people lazier and less appreciative. I won't go too far in this, but the point is, back in the day, I mean, and I know people can tell this, because what's that commercial? Fuck, it went around a little while ago about this, like, the best animation ever. It was like the 1970s. I just showed it to you.
Oh, man. Yeah, I can't remember.
Well, I'll look for it in a moment, but it was going around for a minute, and it was like, holy shit, this animation was in, like, the 80s?
Oh, okay. No. Okay, I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's
like
a
cool,
1987 anime.
Yeah, it's
right?
like this cool, like, mech fucking thing. So
I'll throw it up so you guys can take a look.
Yeah. Dios. Yeah, you can just feel soul in it. You can, like I said, guys, there's no way to not try to make more money in a shittier product without it not losing its soul. From toys, fucking animes, mangas. The next one real quick, because I'd forgotten about, There's a new Pokemon that came out.
Is it the video game?
Yeah, and it's fucking horrendous. And they've been doing this now forever. Like, all they've done, like, you can't jump in it. You can't, like, it's like a fucking shitty walking simulator.
That sucks, dude.
And it took out all the love. And I'm not as Pokemon lore, especially in newer Pokemon, but like, Asmongold brought this up that you can capture, like, you fight like a level 32 Magikarp, and Magikarp is supposed to evolve at like level 20.
Okay.
So basically, they don't respect any of like the Pokemon lore.
Like,
they're just throwing Pokemon out there and being like, look, a level fucking 90, you know.
Well,
it's like,
to kind of, well, a couple things, man. Just to jump back of like what you're saying right then and there. I don't know what show it was. I don't know if it was like, speaking of Star Wars, it was like The Mandalorian or something. But they told the actors, first off, they got people who knew nothing about Star Wars, and they told them, do not look up the source material, because they knew they're gonna take a bunch of liberties. You know what I mean? So it's like, you guys are making just really, really crappy products. And see this to me. So I'm gonna try to stay on what Leon's talking about. When it comes to the quality of stuff, there is something very like zen, very, very like incredible about creating something. Like, you're putting time and energy into it, and the people can feel that. They can feel that there was effort put into this thing. So, what I'm assuming that these creators, quote unquote, creators are putting, like the guys who made Star Wars or whatever show this was, I'm not sure if it was like that Princess Leia one or a Mandalorian. I have no idea which one it was. But so they told the actors not to find the source material, but they're also hijacking an IP, right? Because like, they don't want to write for the fans who are going to like it. They're writing for their own thing because they have no creative input whatsoever. They cannot think of a new thing. I saw this meme. I don't know if I could find it because, again, I don't know if it's real or whatever. But it's like movies coming out in 2026. All of them are either remakes or sequels. Nothing original. Or if there's an original one, that's like one or two.
Yeah, that's another big one that you'll see if you watch movies from 90s, 80s, but even early 2000s, you'll watch movies and be like, damn, this is cool. This was a different idea. This was like, it feels fresh.
Yeah.
And versus whereas, today. Go ahead, continue.
So no, that's basically it, man. It's just like there's no creative input on any of these things. Like, they're just kind of grinding things out because they grew up on these stories. They are either inept, incompetent, unable, don't want to create something new because it does take work. You know, they want AI to do things for them. They want someone to make these things. And so they're just lazy to create a whole new story. And like I said, you know, I write The Adventures of the Pancake Knight. That's rough. It's a lot to research, to do, to think about, to make things like make sense, right? Because I want to make sure that this world feels alive, you know, because to me, it's a living, breathing thing. I want you to be able to like see that too. I want you to be able to like, hey man, I feel this, like these guys are real. This is a real world and everything. And people don't want to do that. It takes time. It takes research. It takes a lot to do. So they want AI to do it, and they just want to steal someone else's work that they know is tried and true because they're going to make a lot of money off it. But then they're telling their own weird, and I'm going to use, it's perverted, like the way that they go and they like turn things all around. Like, I don't know what Star Wars it was, but like there's those like ancient witches or something that like,
the Acolyte?
I don't know.
They all run into trash. Like all of them get real bad. The Mandalorian was the only one that had some cool things.
Okay.
Some, but honestly,
I've not seen any of these, so
it's not when I watched it, I wasn't like, this isn't mind blowing, but it was okay. And then I don't know, honestly, I think most would agree the fucking ending of the second season was like what it was all worth, and then the third season was pretty shitty. Like,
okay.
Even from a story point, but I think this goes along with what we're talking about. But you can tell, like, this is even in video games. I hate stalling just to stall. Because you can't flesh it out some other way. But I remember The Mandalorian. I remember watching the third season part. Like, I think I saw it all. It would be like, all right, fucking the hell's his name? The Mandalorian, what's his name? Fuck, whatever. Anyways, the main dude, it'll come to me. He needs help. So fucking Grogu somehow like goes to get help. It's like 20 minutes of like, he needs help, and it's the ship flying for like 10, 15
No shit.
minutes. Yeah, like I remember watching and be like, oh, the shit, start fast forwarding. And it was just to drag it out. So anyways, along the same lines, there's a lot of techniques used, but things like AI are going to make it much worse. But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, well, and then what's crazy, it's like, and this is where, again, trying to have that devil's advocate is like all the branch I have to give to that is that these big studios are like, oh man, this is a really cool idea. You have the season you made is great. We want 4 more, but you only have material for 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. So you have to drag it out somehow. So like that, like again, corporations are the death of every single creative input.
Yeah, no, I think that's the truth. Hell, Order 33 is a great example of that too. That dude fucking left. That was made by a handful of people, but he straight up left. I can't remember.
You mean Expedition 33?
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck yeah, the RPG.
Claire Obscure. Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Yes,
The fuck did I say? Order
33.
Shit,
yeah, that's I kill him all. The Order 66. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that slipped out there. Yeah, that one. I can't remember homeboy what he was part of, but he was part of a big studio. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, he had an idea, and because I just remember reading that he said, with the way the fucking industry is, with how corporate it is, he's like, to make this game would have taken like 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
So he just left, got a handful of people, made a little studio, and that game fucking crushed it.
Amazing.
Everyone
dude.
loved it.
Dude, I have it. I've been like chomping
at
at the bit, dude. But kind of been into Cyberpunk for a little bit. But so now I just finished it. I'm gonna play into that one now. So I think we kind of touched up on all those things there, dude. Hopefully didn't leave anything open, but if we did, we'll probably cover it later.
Yeah, we probably did. I guess the main thing, because there's so many examples to give, but just, you guys got to support the good shit, man, and you got to be willing. Like, I guess that's the last thing that I'll say is, I get it when you love something. I've been through it a few times. I've been hurt many a time.
Dude.
I love this anime. I love this character, and then you're like, what did they do to you?
Yeah,
like all Mojo, what did they do to you? It is painful, and I've watched people defend it. I've been there, and I understand.
Real quick, all the Mojos at the Sims, they had held for more pray for Mojo.
Pray for Mojo. He's all fucking fat and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Mojo, what have they done to you? Pray for Mojo.
Because, like I said, I've been there. I remember the Sonic games, which, don't get me wrong, Sonic's a pretty hit and miss.
Mm-hmm.
But after Sonic Adventure 2, I remember being like, this is fucking awesome. And then it was like, okay, it kind of sucks. What the fuck?
I think I'm with you there, because all the Sonic, growing up with all the Sonics was amazing. Mm-hmm. The Sonic Adventure, I liked the first. I mean, it's dated now, right? But I loved the first one. The second one was super rad. And then after that, they kind of like, oh, what the hell happened?
They get some kind of goofy ideas together, and then yeah, and it's fine if you like them. Like Sonic Heroes, I played most of. I wouldn't say it was touch Sonic Adventure 2 or anything, but it was whatever. I wouldn't buy it.
It's just wild, because dude, you could make Super Mario RPG. Mm-hmm. You could have done something easily with Sonic.
Dude, and apparently there were, I think I told you back in the day, there were Sonic Mario parties, but you could only get them for, I think, the Dreamcast or something.
Oh, dude, yeah, I remember you talking about it. Well, there's that Sonic Racers. It actually looks good.
Oh yeah, that just came out.
Yeah. So I'm hoping we can play that here on the channel here soon.
That'd be pretty fucking fun to play. Man. So all right, so that's the main thing I just want to leave off with, is that I get it, but you guys got to be able to pull away this One Punch Man shit. The only time studios don't give a fuck about you. Corporations don't give a fuck about you. What you believe, what you like, they don't care. They just want your money, and you coming in like a dumb zombie.
And they will like a slithery snake, dude. They'll switch oh well, this person's giving us more money, we're gonna turn on our fan base, or this person's giving us money, well, we're gonna turn on that fan base. It's a very, and see, I think that's kind of I guess a little stoic mean to go on with that is quality. If you want really good stuff, take your time, and that numbness you're gonna feel of constantly you binge watch, you eat that, you do this, you blah blah blah. You got a life, dude. It's really, really good to sit there and have your steak, and then the week later have another steak or something, right? In the meantime, grow your garden, build, find your hobby, do whatever it is that you want to do, live your life. Don't just live in that in that world of oh man, I need it now. Amazon Prime, I don't care, make sure that you guys take your time, enjoy what you've got. Don't be oversaturated with all this shit. It's just, you're not ever going to feel good, and you're never going to feel happy, because you're on such a dopamine high that you're going to need it constantly. You're going to be an addict just for that hit of oh, that new ice cream, that new whatever. And same thing with shows. If you're watching something and you really like it, man, there's no other better feeling. And it sucks, don't get me wrong, believe me, man. I want to sit there and be no, I want more. But that makes it so much better when it comes out that following week.
There was a like a genuine Zen beauty to being able to enjoy and slow down. And I won't go too deep on it, but essentially you already covered it. If it becomes like that, everything will suck, everything will be destroyed, and nothing will make you happy. We already have a huge like epidemic of like not being able to pay attention for more than 2 fucking seconds. Yeah. Like, that was a fucking probably TikTok where they would have a video of someone talking and below it like some fucking race game or whatever.
Dude, no, it's constant now. Like, you know, I'm guilty of doom scrolling, but you'll sit there and someone's telling a story, and then there's it's like cut in half, and there's 2 different things going on, and it's so funny because even still I'll catch myself. So I was like, so wait, what does this have to do with the video?
It's just there because fucking like lobotomites can't pay attention for more than like
lobotomites, 30 seconds.
Like, I mean, it's already a short, but literally it's like like give me something to stare at. That's action for.
That's a problem, dude. That's
it's a huge
wild,
fucking problem.
Man. You know, it's so funny, man. Like, you know, when I go take a shower, I'm doing whatever. It's like, oh man, I'll throw this on the background. And it's like, dude, I'm from a time where you went to go to the bathroom. If there was shampoo bottles, that's what you read, or there was a magazine rack. And you would just pull out like Reader's Digest is something that we had a lot of, or I would take like my video game magazines and I'd sit there and like go through them and stuff. Like,
it was different, man. Even sitting to like draw and stuff back in the day, it was different. It was a full activity that you like poured into and stuff. And it's indescribable because guys, believe you in me, and I know this is gonna sound like super like Native American like mythology, but genuinely the time and energy, if it takes a while, you will get a reward you cannot get from doing it quickly. Yeah. Like AI, you can. I'm not even gonna dig into this, but the fucking jerk-offs that actually think that I'm an artist.
Oh
I use
no,
AI,
no.
We can't.
You're not,
that's gonna be too
There's
much. You're not. No, dude. That's like I always find it. That's another human condition, but people are just so desperate for like, oh, pat me on the back without working for it. But
I would much rather you draw something that looks like shit.
And have drawn it.
Yes, that you took time and it's like, man, I worked on this for hours.
100%.
I mean, shit. I mean, you're a fantastic artist, Leon. I remember when you were going on your plight and you're like, I really worked hard on this one thing, and it looks like this, like we call them the freaks of the basement. Yeah, the
fucking monsters running around,
Yeah. But I remember being like, good, dude, good. And it's like that. I knew it sucked, but you know what, dude? But you put genuine fucking effort into drawing this thing. That itself says a lot.
Yeah, because Kaiels, he's exaggerating a bit. I suck dick still.
No.
You know,
I'm gonna try to steal some of his art and I'll put it up.
If I show you the beginnings, I see and I'm like, wow. I'd have told myself like, no, just put the pencil down, dude. Just stop. You're that terrible. But that is really true, and I guess one of the greatest lessons you can drink in is you're gonna suck at anything you start at. You have to keep doing it, there's a reward at the end of it that's unlike anything else that you can't get. Just like working out. If today you could like, here's a pill, you're super ripped, you will not gain what you gain over the years of working, of the sweat, of the hard work. It just hits. And I know if people that don't experience it'll think it's crazy, but it's absolutely the truth. Even if it takes longer, you sit there and you're like, oh, you just feel an accomplishment you can't get from, like, again, a pill. Oh, I'm super ripped. It's just not going to be the same.
It's a big time, and I know it doesn't seem like that in the moment. And if for those of you who are on a plight right now, you might be listening to this and you might have just thrown away that book you're writing, thrown away that drawing you're working on for 2 weeks. Maybe you are trying to do a dance routine and you're like, you know what, fuck this, and you're hanging up your shoes and you're like, I'm never dancing again. Or you're boxing, you're like, fuck, I just got my ass whooped, and I'm telling you this from experience. And you're just like, I'm fucking done, dude. I'm not doing this shit at all. It's well worth it to be sitting in that fucking pain, dude, right? Because through pain, you'll find purpose. If you're always in the pursuit of happiness, you're just going to like hate everything. Because again, you're going to get addicted to that dopamine. You're going to want that next release over and over and over again. And for what purpose? Why? Like, what is it that's there? I want to share a cool story that my my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor would say is he was going through some hard times in his life. And he got really into, I think it was like a Modern Warfare, like a Battlefield game. And I guess, I don't play these, so maybe you guys might know, but I think like the highest level you can do is like 32 or like 36 or something. That was like the highest level you can achieve. And he was just there like trying to go for it. He was like, man, I'm going to reach level 32 or 30, whatever it was. Going. And then he hit that level. You know what he says? He goes, when I hit that level, do you know what happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing happened. And that's what kind of shook him out of it, and to sit there and work. And for any of you guys who train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it takes years to get to new belt. You could become a black belt. That's like, oh, damn, you a black belt? Like, respect, dude. That took a while, you know? Mm-hmm. And it takes time. It takes effort. Look, man, there was this guy, and the only thing that made me feel better was that he's like nationally ranked, you know? And I remember having a roll with him, and I had my trump cards. I'm a pretty big, strong dude. And he made me feel like a bitch, dude. Like I've had like I think I know what it feels like to be taken advantage of. You know what I mean? To have a thing that was like like the shove off, and they're like, I think like the belt thing coming up, like oh yeah, you know, like I know what that feels like. I literally drove home, the window down, music is off, straight face, just like the like just driving, because I was like, I did everything in my power to not let that to be thrown around. And I legit got thrown around where he's like behind me, like, oh God, it's like kicking my legs out, dude. Like that sucked bad. Mm-hmm. But that's how you get better. And those are things like those are hard moments where you have to sit there and question yourself. Or when you're going through like a little camp, like an MMA camp for like, again, like a fight, or you're helping some of the dudes, you know, go to do fights. You're going to sit there and question like, wait a minute, what am I doing? You know, why am I doing this stuff? But that there's a goal, there's a purpose for this. And like, it's inside of you that makes your soul feel better. And if you're just, again, like you're saying, take that pill, sure. Would you take it? Probably, you know, but there's a whole chunk of a lesson that you're going to miss out on from not going through that, man, like this really sucked and all this pain and all this stuff, because that purpose is tempered inside you, and you become a stronger, more confident individual when you're able to go through these trials.
Yeah, I mean, that's perfectly said, man. I know this might, whether you believe in a soul or not, whatever, but it is almost like you build in the soul. It's something deeper that you cannot be given for free. Like, if you got powers like Goku, you're never going to have what Goku got going through it. And actually, I thought about, I'm going to butcher the full, like, correct exact words. Kaiel hasn't seen basically any of the Marvel movies, the original ones that were good. But in the first Captain America, the like Russian scientist who essentially makes the serum for Captain America, he chooses. It's a fucking great movie. I look forward to watching it with you. Probably my favorite. I fucking love that movie. So Cap, he's super scrawny, weak. He's got like 30 different illnesses, and he constantly is trying to join because he just wants to do the right thing. So the doctor has the serum, but he's looking for the right person to give it to. And when he sees all the tries and stuff, he ends up being like, all right, I think this is like my guy. So before he does it, I think he asked him, like, why'd you choose me or something? And he says, oh, fuck, what was it? I think that people that always have power, men that are born with power, they lose respect for it versus someone who is weak and given power. Or, like, they, fuck, I hate that I'm fucking this up. Actually, hang on, I gotta
no worries, it's fine, dude.
Many months later.
All right, sorry, so we're gonna fucking edit that chick, because I had to get this right. Again, like I said, I've got a great memory, just I'm bad with details. All right, so he tells him, a strong man who has known power all his life may lose respect for that power, but a weak man knows the value of strength and knows compassion. And then he also tells him you have to promise him one thing, that you won't be like a perfect soldier, but you'll stay like a good man, essentially.
Yeah.
Now, how that applies, I know that some of you might be like, that makes sense. I'm trying to use that as a reference of something deeper, that like he had to work. It was about the effort he put in. In fact, actually, okay, that's why I brought it up, because the other guy who gets the serum, it amplifies whatever's inside. So the other dude, literally old Red Skull, he just gets worse. He just gets more evil.
Yeah.
And Steve becomes who he is because who he is at heart. Now, I know the story paints Steve, that's kind of how he always was, but that's something you develop in life. That's something you work for. And you often get that through, like Kaiel was saying, pain through purpose, or working on things, learning things. That gives you more...
purpose through pain.
Sorry. Fucking... Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Scold me.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I guess that's the reason I was using that example. It's because I'm trying to find a way to paint that will make sense. That's something you develop. And it is something, like Kaiel was saying, you're writing a book, why do you want to play guitar? Hell, I want to learn how to dance. I fucking never danced in my life. So, and I'm going to go in knowing that I'm going to look like a fucking jerk off, and I'm going to have to, even if I hate it, I come back the next day.
Yeah.
And then eventually, that's why another famous kind of like saying is like, oh, overnight success, that there's no such thing. There is rare instances where someone falls ass backwards into luck.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everyone thinks, oh, overnight success, or fucking Michael Jordan. Damn, he's so good at basketball. No one saw all the hours of him putting in the work.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's memes about it. It's like everyone sees the success and no one sees the struggle, you know? And like, and this is someone's like, oh man, well, what if I suck? And what if people laugh? And so what do they do? Because you know what? The people who are laughing probably don't ever do that.
No, those are usually the weak ass people.
Yeah. The people, like, if you're dancing and there's like a 15-year vet dancing, they're probably gonna look at you like, hey man, you got a lot of work, but you're doing great, man. Keep it up.
Yeah, and if they don't, then they're like a narcissist.
Yeah, no, then that's something else, you know?
Yeah.
But usually it's like, you know, because people, like, one thing I hear a lot about, you know, is like, oh, well, the gym, it's intimidating, this and this. It's like, dude, I respect the dude who is like 400 pounds sweating his ass off because he's walking on a treadmill. That motherfucker's like, good job, dude.
100%. And I've seen times where like the people in the gym are making fun of him. Those guys are a bunch of pussies.
No, those are dick sweepers.
Those are just dicks, because it's like, dude, he's in here getting it.
Yeah.
But people
also
are insecure. They gotta try to make themselves feel big.
No, dude, and like I said, the people who actually grind in there will probably be like, yo, man, you need a spot? You good? I got you. You know, the people who are actually doing it, man. You know, it's like people look at me like, oh man, you're kind of a bigger dude, this and this. Like, the dude, I was a scrawny guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, it took a lot of work, man. It took a lot of work, and it's I don't forget that, you know?
It builds something deeper. That's why that, like, most people might be like, what's this fucking dude talking about? The reason I try to bring up Cap and everything is I'm trying to find characters that are more than their body, they're more than their physical abilities. They built things. They became something greater, and you cannot do that by being given it. And the reason I was trying to reference that is most people today, if you gave most people power, they'd be terrible. They'd be horrible, corrupt. But if you gave someone who, like Steve, weak all their life, beaten down, were given power, no, they could go off the rails too. But there's more likely, like he said, that they'll have a respect for it.
They've built their resilience through that pain that they felt. You know, they've built that purpose. Like, it's harder to shake people who have been in the trenches, who have done these things, than someone who it's been given to. One
of the greatest examples is straight up, even though it's like a stereotype, but it is for a reason. The quiet dude in the bar who's like, hey man, I don't want no trouble. That's
probably the most dangerous.
It's probably the guy who could drop everybody.
I mean, it goes around, right? Like it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. You know what I'm saying? Like know all this, because most of those guys who are like the most dangerous, meanest looking dudes, they're most of the time, some of the chillest guys. Why? Because they know what that's like. They know that it sucks, dude. Like, I mean, I don't like fighting. Like, I get told that a lot. It's like, damn, dude, you know how to do all this shit. And like you know what I mean? Like, one of the nicest dudes, like, yeah, man, because violence sucks, dude. Like, I don't want to fight, bro, but don't make me, you know?
Yeah. I'm sure you have a bunch of stories. I'll share just this one very quickly. We were over on the islands I don't care for, but it has nothing to.
It's an association.
Yeah, let me give it that, because if anyone's listening, you guys are probably fucking awesome. It was a bad association. I went with the worst fucking person at the worst time of my life.
Honestly, a lot of my associations have this. I have the same disdain that Leon has for Hawaii.
Yeah,
sorry guys.
And you guys are chill. Honestly, when I was there, I met cool people. I think it's so rad. It's so close to Asia. There's this fucking burger joint that's also in Korea. I can't remember what it's fucking called, but it's delicious. It's just who I went with, and the timing of my life was bad times.
Most of the people that I like who have like strong connections or like desires for that have like oh god, you know. So
yeah. But there was a cool dude met there that he was a dive instructor. This guy loved the fucking ocean. So he was talking about that they would go do these night dives, and basically, and this is fucking terrifying. I'd like to do one at some time, but I know it's gonna be like I'm gonna take a bite out of the seat on the fucking boat kind of thing.
Like your asshole left a little
little bite mark.
Yeah.
Because you go way out to the deep, and then you go into the pitch dark water with lights, and you go down I want to say like 100 or so feet, but you go into deep waters.
Damn.
So you can see anything, because you can be in like shallower bays where it's like a shark you can't see one, but it's like not deep water.
Yeah.
So it's deep water. Fucking anything could be out there. And this dude was saying how they were going out there, and there was this huge fucking jack dude, and he's talking shit the whole time.
Yeah.
And there's a dude that's like clearly scared, and he's making fun of him and stuff, giving him shit. So they dive into the water, they go all the way down, and the instructor, the main dude, he's shining a light around, and all of a sudden, fucking boom, this great white goes by. Big old great white. And he's like, holy shit, and he looks up to be like, did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Fucking big dude's gone. The big dude's the first one on, and I guess on the way back, dead silent. The big guy didn't say a fucking word on the way back.
Of fucking course, dude.
So, and there's plenty of those fun experiences. And understand there's nothing wrong with being scared, but
There's nothing
the
wrong
point
with being
is that he didn't admit that. Like on the boat, someone asked me like, "You scared?" Like, yeah, I'm fucking scared. And if I start getting made fun of for it, it's like, okay,
Dude,
let me see you.
I would rather go into a thing being like, yeah, man, I'm scared, because like the only way you can find courage or to be brave is because you're scared. Anybody who tells you, no, I'm courageous, I'm fucking you're not. You have an ego, and you're gonna be that first guy swimming away when shit gets rough, because you haven't built that like courage, because you're so used to intimidating, you're so used to like being like in the animal kingdom, right? Like, you know, they puff up to make themselves look bigger. They're not. They're trying to scare you away through intimidation. If it comes actual bout to bout, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that some of these animals can't, but it's like then they try to intimidate for a reason.
And through this, you build something better, because let's say we've known a few people in common, but some of the worst people are people that are scared, let their ego will not take that they were wrong, and they will, and I do generally mean this, where they'll destroy everything if they can.
Ashes.
Like, yeah, like the straight up Peter Baelish, King of the Ashes. That's what these people turn into. And I'm not saying I'm that far, but I think any of us can reflect on jealousy and ego, and you probably have some dark thoughts, you know. And if you don't build out of that, people become terrible. I mean, we could give examples from all kinds of different shows, movies that you see these characters. So I also encourage that, because if you build out of that, you will build into a better person, someone that you're proud of and happier to be.
So it's like we went back, dude. Like, I want to make the little kid proud. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. It bothers me if I was to meet my whatever 6-8-year-old self, you know, and I'm talking to me, and it's like, wow, you could do a cool role. That's cool. You know what I mean? And then like I say something like, oh yeah, and I kind of, you know, sold my soul to do this or did that, and him like to have that like, oh wait, you did what? Oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy. That also applies to the same kind of situation, and that's another story that we could go on forever. But people who sell their soul, unless they're just evil or really pathetic, they usually either get more crazy because they can feel that badness inside. Like they can feel like what I did was wrong.
It's a running away, dude. Like I said, that's that same the fear I've got, where you do all these wild things that, you know, when you look into the mirror, you don't recognize who's staring back at you.
And it happens quick, and well, especially in this world, it's very much encouraged. People don't like to see you doing the right thing, because then they have to reflect on their doing the wrong thing. They don't like that shit.
People are very akin to crabs in a bucket. You know what I mean? So they'll pull you back in, and it's crazy because there's a lot of stuff that people are like, you know, the mainstream is like, oh yeah, go do this, go whatever, do your whatever OnlyFans, or do your this or do your that, and like sell your feet pics, and it's just like, you may come to regret that later, you know. And it's like, because other things take work, it's hard, you know what I mean? But the thing is that like it is so much more rewarding to be like, you know what, I know I worked hard for this, you know.
I mean, just as an example, whenever I give gifts, if I'm gonna give a gift of artwork, I'm gonna spend hour upon hour with it, because even when I make digital art, I wouldn't give that as a gift, because it's like, well, this could just be copied, multiplied 1,000,000 times, versus the one that has like, oh, that was like, that's where I fucked up. That's like, I cannot reproduce this. If
you guys look at and I'll probably pop up some of the art on it, but like if you look up The Adventures of the Pancake Knight, like Leon, you know, I've wanted to make sure this is all completely hand drawn, hand markered, hand colored, hand inked. You know what I'm saying? You can see that it's all like lopsided and fucked up, you know, but because it's like, I don't want it to be digital. There's a nice like energy to like putting into this, and it just shows the love I have for this thing. You know?
And there is something true to that. Again, another thing I'm not gonna try to run too long on, but there is a reality to that. When Guilty Gear Xrd, I think was the first time it came back. They had to, because they are digital models, but they literally, I think I've already told you this before, but in animation, one of the things that gives hand-drawn animation a feel is it's imperfect.
Yes.
If I'll get fucked up, it cannot be perfectly machine made. So what they did with Guilty Gear is they actually took the models, and for different frames, they would distort shit. Like on purpose, they would fuck it up a little so that it retained that genuine animated feel.
And I appreciate that, because that still takes effort to do.
Yeah,
you know?
It still takes, like, you guys still wanted to hold on to this, and even though it's almost like a reverse thing, instead of the fuck ups happening while you're building it, you built it, then fucked it up, you still did it with that purpose of like, we want to make this feel, we want to hold on to this. And it made a fucking huge difference. I still think Guilty Gear is still one of the most beautiful fighting games.
It is so good. I love Guilty Gear, dude. And like, well, we should throw that on press start one of these times.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Leon.
All right, I just got one more thing to say. From the bed to the TV, Kaya the dog shall be free. Kaya's fucking Hasan's dog. I'm sure you guys
Oh shit, that's right. I forgot about this.
We won't stay in Dogtober here, but I just to throw the opinion out, if anyone actually believes he didn't shock his dog, that's wildly wild. You have to be burying your head in the sand for that. You can see it in the video where he tried to at some time be like, oh yeah, no, it's not even electrical. You could see a glowing light. Like, he held it up and stuff. Like, honestly, what made it the worst is he should have just admitted it. He should have just gone.
Real quick, okay, so I've only caught things, and like, I mean, you know me, dude. I love animals, dude. Like, it is heartbreaking. I had a dream, dude. Let me tell you this real quick. So I had this dream, and it's wild, right? I looked into it. Like, I asked the old ChatGPT, you know what I mean, just for dream interpretations, because I didn't want to look it up myself. That's probably one of the only good things about AI is that shit where you could just like, hey man, like, yo, check this out, whatever.
To an extent, because AI can also tell you whatever the fuck it wants.
No, that's true. So. That's true. But so I had this dream where like I was with this like family. It was like a daughter who was about 3, a son who was about 5 or 6, like the brother, and then like there was like a dad. I don't know. The dad was kind of wandering around, but it was nighttime. I'm by this building. This coyotes, like they're like, I guess they're hunting like vermin, you know. So they're trying to kill these coyotes or whatever. And I felt bad. I was like, I don't like killing shit. You know what I mean? So, but this coyote is running around like nipping at this little girl because I guess the dad was out there trying to teach him how to like hunt the things and whatever. And this little girl's getting nipped. I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't. You know, she's young. She's gonna get fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
So I grab this coyote and he starts nipping me, and of course I get mad and I slam it against a wall a couple of times. It rips in two. So I feel really bad. I feel really, really bad. There's like an RV that they're in, and it's parked. And I walk in, and there's this like Native American dude. You know what I mean? He's like 24, and I'm like, hey man, do you got like a gun, dude? There's this coyote. I heard it. And I want to dispatch it. I want it in pain.
Right.
He gives me a little 22, and I pop it. And it's like, and again, it's weird because it like turns into all these chunks. But the dream like evolves. I'm talking to the Native dude, and he's like, oh man, you know, because I'm telling him it sucks. I don't like killing coyotes and blah, blah, blah. He's like, it's all right, man. Your coyote can be kind of a dick and this and this and this. And then he goes, what I really don't like is there's this old hag who touches my leg and she's under the table. I'm just like, what?
Is that right?
Yeah, no, exactly. And I look under, I don't see anything, but I guess he can see it. And in that moment, as he tries to go and like look, I hear like like the rattlesnake. And there's a rattlesnake in the RV. So we look, and I have these like the little snake tongs that I use for work to like, you know, when people call me over, like, there's a snake, you know, and I got to go remove them.
Yeah, remove them, okay.
So it's like this 5 foot, 6 foot long rattlesnake, dude. A big old honker,
big
dude.
Fucking snake.
Yeah, dude. So we pull it out, and then outside there's snakes everywhere, and it's kind of raining, but now like the outside changed. We're like on top of this bridge, like kind of northern Arizona looking, like there's pines and there's like a creek running underneath. It's really pretty. And it's kind of raining, and there's frogs everywhere, you know, and I'm trying to remove them because I don't want to hurt them, you know.
Yeah.
But then I go in, and there's this like caiman, and like as I'm pulling it out, it morphs into a crocodile. I lose it, and I run to the RV because this thing's like chasing me, dude. And like it keeps like throwing itself, like plopping it on the door and like opening up the door. And I'm fatigued, and it like bites my knee, and it tries to like pull me out, and I wake up, dude. But like it was this whole like like dream about not hurting animals. Anyway. All that to basically say I don't like hurting animals, you know. So that's why I could not look at this thing. I could not see like what was going on. I'm just like, oh god, dude.
It's probably going to get you pretty upset because
it's a golden retriever he's got or something.
It's
right?
this adorable fluffy fucking dog. I don't if you pull up a picture, you can probably see her. I don't know what she is. So yeah, the clip, I'm going to give this, you get this plenty of great coverage, and by now you're either with reality or you're trying to pretend. And I want to get more details because there's a couple really good videos of people that like my illusion didn't, like my delusion's not being matched. I'll just shut this off. I know one of them was Sasha Grey, so I'll spin back to that. But
wait, the porn girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I saw people in the fucking comments. That's funny. They're like, she got brain damage from fucking her fucking getting like shaked around too much and shit. So, and I'm not criticizing her necessarily, like beating on her for that, but her opinion is dumb as shit for this. So basically, the dog is like, it's barely stepping outside of its little area, and he has an area in what really seems to be the case. He got that dog for a prop while he streams, just to people like it, be more fun, whatever. Because when she steps off the bed, he'll start looking, and you can tell he's getting annoyed. So in the clip that went viral, Kai has barely barely touched the ground. and you see him reach over past out of here, and she yelps and gets back in the bed and lays down. And then he tries to oh, she's being a baby, she's spoiled, yada yada. So people were pretty quick to be like, I think he fucking shocked his dog. So he makes this so much worse because he just lies. Nope, you guys are crazy. And then so he tries to be like, no, you guys are nuts. But like a bunch of people said, why didn't he walk over on stream, take the collar off, come and show it?
Yeah.
So he shows it the next day, of course, now that the stream's been...
Yeah, right.
But it gets even worse because he shows the collar and everyone saw real quick, there's fucking tape on where the prongs would be. So he either removed it or he clipped them off, which he probably clipped them. So then people, this is the fucking internet, man. You want to not fuck around and find out because somehow these sleuths will find everything.
Yeah.
Like they will pull up data that's like like you should be working for like the CIA kind of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So they found the model it matched. They found side by side showing it. Then again, these are live streams, so they're always there. People go back in them and they're finding even more evidence. So they find a time where he straight up, and this one was probably one of the most embarrassing. He's got a couple people over and he turns like, oh, let me get the wide angle of the room. And right where he reaches to, there's the fucking remote.
No,
and he straight up, and he has and he moves it.
No,
and then he like eats a chip and looks back, and it's I gotta show you the clip.
Oh no, bro.
And then of course they took that video and they're like, that remote looks like it's to the same model that they were suspecting it was.
Oh,
so
dude.
You've got that shit, and then it seemed like a few of his friends couldn't get the story straight. So one of them was trying to be like, there was no tape, it was edited. And then there's another girl that's like, no, like it can't like electrify because like he's got it taped off. And
no,
so this only got worse and worse. More people found more videos where there's one where he straight up like hides it, like puts in the bag real quick when he's going out. And then I think there was one recently. I thought this was older, but just recently happened where he mutes it. He mutes the audio, and he's watching same thing. Kaya's like just stepping off the bed, and he's looking. He mutes it. You see him reach to the same spot, the same motion, and then she jumps and gets back in her bed.
Oh no, dude.
So it's idiotic takes. Only the people trying to defend him. It's crazy. And I've seen people really try to be, even like I would have in the beginning, even though it looked pretty obvious. I'm like, all right, this is what it looks like. I don't know for sure. And I guess I have to say allegedly still. This allegedly happened.
Yeah.
But the evidence is pretty compelling. People only kept adding it up. So. The last one I'll give you is old Sasha Grey. I only caught this little clip of a minute where she's like, this is ridiculous, it's not true, blah, blah, blah. And I think she says something, there's no prongs, like there can't be prongs, something like this. So she starts playing a clip, and I think this is the one of I guess one of Hasan's friends. The girl that's like, oh no, he clipped, like he taped over it. So she plays it, and she's like, oh yeah, no, the prongs removed, it was taped over, and Sasha closed it, she's like, I don't want to hear that anymore. I don't
No, dude.
And it was like immediate, like, that doesn't fit the narrative. Nope, don't want to hear it.
Dude.
Close it.
God, it just sucks because there's so, I don't know this homie very well. Like, the shit that I have heard about him doesn't make you look good, even before all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you don't seem like a good dude, bro. But, so again, I try not to because I don't want to sit there and I'm angry now, So I don't watch it, but that's that shit where I've seen people do that kind of stuff where it's like the double speak or whatever like that. Like, oh no, I'm just done. No, I'm not gonna look at this anymore. It's just like that. It's
the worst thing ever because fine, be on the side, believe a thing. But if the evidence, if this guy's blue, the worst is like, no, I don't even look. It's stupid. And it's okay.
As hot wash and embarrassing, and I might sit there and be like, no, but I'll probably come back there and be like, you know what? I looked at it. I'm sorry. I fucked up, dude. Because again, if we're not looking at the factual things that are being shown to us, then it's all for naught at that point. We have to sit there and dude, being wrong sucks, but it's also one of the best things because you're no longer living in ignorance.
No, I can guarantee that there's going to be plenty of times along this journey where I'm like, hey, I got this wrong, guys. I fucked this up. Hell, that probably already happened. If someone was to call it out and I see that I'm really wrong even about a quote or something, like, oh, okay, whoops, I got fucked up. I'm sorry.
So, and there's two different things. I've heard a couple of people say it's like that. There's one thing. It's one thing being wrong because you don't know. Like you actually you thought you had it and you're wrong. Uh-huh. Okay. There's another when you know you're wrong. The facts are being shown against you, and you are spending the rest of your whatever you're doing being like, no, like that is a whole different, bro, Just drop it, man. It's okay to lose. It's okay to be wrong,
Because then
dude.
it starts going into malicious. Like, it starts becoming like, oh, you're actually just kind of bad. Because, yeah, if someone, like, even in this case, if someone fucked up, let's take Sasha, if she would have been like, no, this, and then watched him like oh, shit, I don't know, like, that's new information, I would be willing to be like, okay. But instead, it was the immediate, like, nope, fucking, I don't want to hear that dumb shit. And
that's that accountability buffet, dude, that, you know, I was like, I want some of this and that shit. No, you take the spinach. No, I don't want that. I want to do that. Like, that's that same kind of idea, dude. I just had a thought right now, dude. Shit, dude, we're talking about like that's fucking gone, dude.
Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, I just want to cover the most recent things running down my head, like Dogtober. Wanted to cover that real quick.
They're calling it Dogtober.
Yeah, Dogtober. It's like Dogtober 6th or something is when it happened. I can't remember the exact date, but it's there, and I don't think that's gonna go anytime soon. There was actually a couple, I think, in an anime convention or something that straight up, like, the girl, like, put a little mustache and has a thing that says Hasan, and then her, like, I assume boyfriend or friend dressed up as, like, a dog, and it says Kai with the shock collar. Like, they literally made it a Halloween costume.
That's amazing, dude. So I remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
I think. Holy God damn it, dude.
All right, well, and then, while you're thinking about it, and then I wanted to cover, I already covered One Punch Man, which is fucking horrible. It's only been the first episode, but unless they, like the fires and call the fucking an actual good animator studio, that's gonna be just continuing horribly. Pokemon is a fucking joke. A fucking joke. But they have been for years, but somehow they're managing to make it worse. And of course, the comparisons to like Pal World and stuff came up.
Yeah.
And it's like Pal World's like a vastly better game.
And so far, what it looks like, man. I can't wait to play it, dude. I got it because that thing like looks awesome. Okay, remember. Yeah. So it was like, when you're being wrong, it's okay. And like, honestly, if you had to change a heart later, that's fine. You know what I mean?
That's also, and I don't want to cut you off at all, man. Hold that. Because it's important that, so a lot of people won't give redemption.
Yes.
Now, redemption can be bullshit. Someone can be faking, but I think there has to be that option, depending on how bad it went. If you're like touching kids or some shit, talk to the big guy about that one.
Yeah.
But if it's like, hey guys, I fucking defended this, I realized I was fucking wrong. Let's give them a chance to come back. Watch them, but give them a chance.
And there's a thing, man, because I hear people like, oh, well, they're from this, and there's a blah, 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 so that means blah. So it's like, okay, so that means if you ever did one thing ever, you are always that thing. You can build 1,000 bridges, never be called a bridge builder. Yeah. You suck one goat dick.
And you're always a fucking goat dick sucker.
Goat dick sucker all the time, dude. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, so. There he is. You like mine?
Yeah.
I suck in it.
Yeah. It's kind of good, man.
Oh, wow, you're really good at this.
Yeah. So like, again, it's fine, you know, you have a change of heart, whatever, dude, but like, just own it, dude. Own it. Like, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to lose. And I think that's another thing too, is like people, like, for whatever reason, they're unable to be like, hey, you know what? I was fucking wrong, dude. You're right, man. You know?
Ironically, interestingly enough, something that obviously growing up, I wasn't taught, had bad influences. It is really important to lose.
Yes.
Like, it's really, really important to get in there, get your ass kicked, lose at a basketball game or anything. Because it helps you to grow and not be one of the people that spaz out either. Because I know people that like lose once, like, oh, they're fucking freaking.
I was just talking to my girlfriend about it, dude, where it's like the today's generation where they're like, oh, they take no shit, or they're like real like fucking, no manners and shit. It's like, yes, because they don't know what it's like being fucking slapped across the face at the dinner table because you put your elbows on the table.
I really hope a law comes in, because now there's cameras everywhere. Like, I know I told you about this, and I won't go into this too long. This shit gets me fucking upset. But this fucking punk, and there's more than one of them, but he's underage. So he's literally going around, and I mean harassing people, touching them and shit.
Yeah.
And then he's got a bodyguard that he hires, that he starts shit, and the bodyguard gets in the way. And it's like, back in the good old days, he'd get his ass whooped.
Yeah.
But now with cameras, if he even gets hit and he's underage, now the other person's gonna be in trouble and shit. It's fucking ridiculous.
Dude, I remember getting my ass spanked by other fucking moms, and they'd pull me to my mom, and then all my mom did is hit me twice as much.
Yeah.
That, dude.
It used to be, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah.
Like, why are they, if they brought you, the parent thought was, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah, no.
Like, get this.
Big time, dude. And so it's like, and they're like, oh, my girl's like, yeah, it's because they're to a degree, there's a point, but it's like that, oh, then they'll throw this whole stank up and this and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, dude, sometimes you need to get your ass whooped. Sometimes you need to sit there and be like, oh, man, you know what? I was fucking wrong, dude. Because then when you can't, that's how people don't let shit go. And that's how things like escalate to like a degree that they never needed to be at.
No, big time. Like in my own reflection, because I had times where facing that was tough. And I never was gonna like it can go like all of a sudden this guy got his ass kicked and he shows up with a gun or something crazy, like takes it way too regrettably far.
I got stories, dude. Like I bet there was a dude I know that I used to train with, straight up, dude. And it is such an eerie feeling to be like, dude, I used to train with you, dog. Like, And to know that dude was at a bar, straight up, like, and again, hey, just a disclaimer for you guys. I'll put a disclaimer at the beginning to what I was talking about. Yeah. So, just disclaimer, dude. Like, and this we're dealing with some stuff that a lot of people get hurt. But this guy, he went to a bar, and I mean, he was messing with a girl, this dude's girl, and the dude didn't like it, right? So he went. The guy that I used to train with, he beat up the dude, and I guess he beat up his buddy. They followed him to his house. They pulled him out at 2 a.m. Disappeared, man. They found him in the desert, not breathing anymore.
Yeah. No, that's the most extreme. That's the fucking terrible. And but that's another reason you got to keep your fucking understanding on what shit you're saying, because honestly, a lot of these people are lucky if they just get a fist, because you fuck around long enough, you're gonna find somebody who just pops. Someone that isn't gonna just be like a little fist fight, but. On a lighter note, and it's still important because I think it can lead to that, is, like I said, I remember when I experienced it, it was a lot of, like, self-hate. It just was a real nasty feeling, and it was this weird kind of shaking moment of, like, oh, I'm not Mr. fucking Invincible. I'm not Mr. But I say now, it was so incredibly important because that's the reason I wasn't growing. I know I've told you this a million times, but my artwork would probably be a million times better, but I didn't draw for years because I could not stand sucking. I would draw it, I would hate it, and I would, I hate myself and shit, and start going to this bad place, and I didn't get no better, you know? And so anyways, that's another reason, because you come out of that, I think you can really get into a good place. And hell, let's use some of our idols. Goku's got his ass kicked more than a few times.
A lot.
And he gets the fuck back up. Vegeta's a great example. And Vegeta's gone through like the actual ego-breaking, like hard shit, and motherfucker got back up. So think of any of your heroes. They all get their ass handed to them at some time. And so anyway.
No, it's 100%, dude. And like I said, like as cool as Sephiroth was, he was one who like could never be beaten. So when he was like, well, he couldn't understand.
I think that added to a great deal of the story. Even though I think the fucking remaking the Crisis Core was fucking stupid and just for money. But in the Crisis Core, one thing I did like was that they kind of showed Sephiroth as like a good person.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was really rad to see.
But he was always alienated. He couldn't lose, and then he fucking lost it. Then he was like, oh, I guess I'm a god. I guess, he started losing his shit. So if he could have got his ass kicked, he would have done better.
One of my favorite dudes who is like the best, like I relate to him, especially with the things that I face in my life, dude, is Guts from Berserk. Dude, and I know you haven't watched it, bro, but when we do, oh my God, man, like Guts is like your whole anime is basically getting your ass whooped. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you've told me. I have yet to see it.
It's so good, dude.
That's the one that tragically the creator died right before it could be finished.
Yeah, dude. All the main dudes, man. The High School of the Dead dude.
That's crazy. I remember the Akira Toriyama when it was like he passed. It was just this feeling of like, that's crazy.
It was
dude.
surreal.
That was childhood from like literally it was childhood before I could remember childhood.
Dude, the world mourned. You know what I mean? Like it was wild, dude.
Well, because, I mean, Goku, you could probably go anywhere in this world with a picture of Goku, and they'd be fucking recognizing.
Big time.
That's so rad, dude.
That's
something that at least he can be real proud of what he made.
Yeah, no, big time, dude. Inspiration to millions, billions, dude. Like,
it's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, Leon, I think that'll cover it for today, huh?
Yeah, good stuff. Thank you for joining us.
It was a good time.
Yeah, good times. We'll be bringing more of all this. So if you like it, get your spoons ready.
Absolutely, man. So we're gonna jump on this freighter. We've got a long journey ahead of us. So all you guys have a good Halloween.
Yeah, Greg's putting me back in the warehouse, man.
Shit, dude.
Sucking some scary shit, dog.
Well, we're about to see how that goes. So.
Yeah. So if you wanna see me fucking freaking out like a bitch, I haven't played a lot of spooky games through my life, and the last I remember was like Resident Evil 2 first came out and stuff. But apparently, I am still very spooked by fucking spooky games.
That's good. It's amazing. I like being on your side with that, dude. So, all right, guys. Well, take it easy. We'll see you good. On our next cast, dude. On the next Chunkcast.
Yeah, buddy. Take care, guys.
All right, later.